Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. We're so happy you could join us in this consideration of some of the comments for this week, March 24th to 30th, 2025. Okay, this week we're considering Proverbs chapter 6, and let's start with the question, what spiritual gems from this week's Bible reading would you like to share? Let's start reading Proverbs 6:1. We read, "My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have given your handshake to a stranger." So, handshaking and striking the palms of the hands were gestures employed to express agreement, ratification, and confirmation of a contract or bargain. The scriptures warn against doing this in a guaranteeing security of a loan for another person. This is a big deal. Number 2. The same verse, the same proverb doesn't discourage generosity, though it does counsel against getting involved in the business dealings of others, especially strangers. The Israelites were to help their brother who had grown poor, but on the other side, better it's to withdraw from an unwise commitment when possible than to be entrapped by it. Number 3. Proverbs 6:2 we read, "If you have been snared by your promise, caught by your words of your mouth." We must be careful with the promises we make. An individual must carefully examine and be cautious about what he vows or guarantees to do so that he doesn't find himself trapped in a situation from which escape may be difficult or virtually impossible. 4. 6:5 we read, "Free yourself like a gazelle from the hunter's hand, like a bird from the hand of the bird catcher." There are people around as if they are hunting someone with the intention of scamming him. You might find these people in your workplace, in your neighborhood, and sometimes even in the congregation, asking for money, but this person has no intention of paying back, not because he can't, but because he doesn't want to. It's his way of life. This proverb advises us to escape or stay away from this person who is like a hunter and we are like his prey. We must be careful. 5. 6:16 to 19 we read, "There are 6 things that Jehovah hates. Yes, 7 things that he detests: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, a hands that shed innocent blood, a heart plotting wicked schemes, and feet that run quickly to evil, a false witness who lies with every breath, and anyone sowing contentions among brothers." Perhaps we're ready to deal at work, at our neighborhood, even with our family who are not fellow believers, who lie, who are proud, who falsely accuse others, but we might be in shock and disappointed to see when this is happening to us in the congregation with those we called brothers, when someone sitting next to us, someone who's been preaching with us, worshiping with us, even when we ourselves could do so to someone in the congregation. So we must be careful with every step because we must take care of ourselves and remember that Jehovah detests this behavior And if we were to harm our brothers, Jehovah is observing, watching us, and he'll eventually pay each one according to his actions. Have you ever been in a situation like that under a false accusation in the congregation? Have you ever been in such situation? Well, that happened. That happens. Number 6:17 reads, haughty eyes, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Shun haughty eyes, lofty eyes, and any show of pride. After baptism, some have felt that they were no longer in need to the regular assistance of their spiritual teachers, but new Christians should humbly accept help as they become well grounded in the truth. 7. 6:17, the same verse teaches us, avoid gossiping, which can easily cause contentions among brothers. By spreading unkind, harsh hearsay, unjustifiable criticism, or lies, we may not be shedding innocent blood, but we surely can destroy another person's good reputation. We cannot be at peace with Jehovah if we are not at peace with our brothers. 8. 6:23, we read, this illustration for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and the reproofs of discipline are the way to life. Remembering the counsel of God's word and using it a lamp to our foot and a light to our roadway will help us resist the smooth invitations of a bad woman, or in some cases a bad man, for that matter. Many have suffered greatly just because they ignored this advice. 10. 6:32-35, immorality and adultery have become very normal in this world. That doesn't mean that it's okay. We must take care of ourselves, of our marriage, of our integrity, and remember that Jehovah expects us to be faithful. Destroying a marriage, a family, and our own life is such a high price that is not worth it at all. We must take care of ourselves and not abandon, neglect our spouse emotionally, materially, and spiritually. Okay, friends, that's a wrap for this video. Some very realistic and practical gems from this week's Bible reading. Okay, friends, we hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.